It's who's going to take the fall if this doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one with the pressure?
Oh, yeah. Not LeBron.
I think it's LeBron.
Joel Embiid.
I think it's LeBron. It's LeBron.
No, man. No.
Stephen A. pushed back in the moment, arguing LeBron carries the pressure. Shaq didn't budge. In case again with the exact same target.
I'm putting all the pressure on Joel. Joel has to step up.
Yeah, that's true.
Joel has to step up. I don't want to see no jump shot shooting Joel. I don't want to see my knees hurting.
Two separate appearances, two separate hosts, same conclusion delivered almost word for word. That's not an offhand take. That's a talking point Shaq's actively rehearsing, and it lands entirely on Embiid, not on the 41-year-old who just joined a locker room he's never played a single game in.
Okay, that was last year. He better take some.
He's hurt every year.
He better take some Tylenol and take some shots.
He's missed 150 games over the last 3 years.
Damn. He missed more games than me.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He's missed 150 games over the last 3 years. He's never hurt. He's never healthy.
Embiid missing 150 games over 3 seasons is real, and it's brutal. And it's exactly the kind of documented data point you reach for when you need somewhere solid to route the blame. LeBron shows up to a new team at an age most legends are already retired, and before a single practice happens, the built-in excuse is already sitting there waiting, preloaded and repeated across 2 different shows by the same guy defending him. To be fair to Shaq, he wasn't just talking pressure in the abstract, he was genuinely rattled by the move itself.
Knowing Bron, knowing how he thinks, knowing how his crew thinks, the easy choice would have been Cleveland. Started there, came back, won a championship. I already got a big-ass 40,000 square foot crib here. My family's here. Might as well end it here. Then I said, he may surprise us and go play with Steph Curry and Draymond at Golden State. Him and Draymond are really good friends. And then I said, no, he might go to Miami with Giannis, blah, blah, blah. And then those are my only 3 choices. I didn't even know Philly was in the picture. Actually, when I saw it on the gram, I had to make sure it wasn't Cap.
That's a real, unscripted reaction. Shaq genuinely had Cleveland, Golden State, and Miami as his only guesses, and Philadelphia caught him completely off guard, which makes it even more interesting that the pressure on Embiid talking point was fully formed within days of a decision nobody saw coming. The shock was real. The alibi came together fast.
I do, Malika. I do, because they are a team that's ready to win right now.
That's Kendrick Perkins predicting a title inside LeBron's 2-year window, leaning on Rich Paul's quote that Philadelphia gives LeBron a new life.
Winning is really, really hard. And just add water, adding 2 finals MVPs with no sweat equity. When you look at the Eastern Conference, it's really going to be hard to get out. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but if I had to bet money, I would bet against it. Really difficult to win in the NBA.
That's the same panel 90 seconds later comparing the roster to an overstuffed cookie recipe. Even the outlet airing the celebration segment couldn't fully commit to the story working. There's another cost to this framing Shaq flagged before he ever got to Embiid, and it's the one nobody's really talking about.
However, I'm anxious to see how this team is going to work. The person I feel sorry for is Tyrese Maxey.
Shaq isn't worried about LeBron's fit. He's worried about the guy who was already the best player on this team before LeBron and Jaylen Brown showed up. Maxey earned an all-star nod building this team into something real, and the reward is getting told to make room. Stephen A. tried to hold Shaq to a standard, and Shaq's answer reveals exactly how much rope LeBron's getting compared to everyone else in this conversation, including Shaq himself.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. It can't be year 2? Excuse me, you got to Miami, y'all had to wait a year. You didn't win it the first year in Miami, you had to wait the second year. How come they can't wait the second year?
Okay, but hold on, I don't have excuses, but just let me give you one excuse. That's because I had a thigh bruise and I was taking shots and we lost that game 7. I was not 100% healthy. If I was 100% healthy, I would have gave you 2 in a row. Because you know I was on a mission. I got in shape. I lost 60 pounds. I was 325. I was on a mission. I had D-Wade and the boys rolling. We would have won that first year. I'm telling you, if we'd have beat Detroit, we would end up playing San Antonio. We would have beat them. It would have been my second ring. That's my excuse. It didn't happen.
Shaq's own Heatles didn't win it in year 1 either. His answer wasn't, fair point, hold LeBron to the same patience. It was a personal injury excuse for his own team, then doubling right back down. LeBron doesn't get the grace period Shaq got because Philly fans don't care about his age. The same guy defending LeBron is, in the same breath, holding him to a harsher standard than he held himself. So if the pressure's not fully on LeBron, what's actually driving this move? Shaq answered that too, without anybody having to ask.
It's up to him. LeBron is a modest, arrogant guy, for example.
Yeah.
He's loving the fact that he's the number 1 scorer in the league. But guess what? I'm going to put this shit so far out of reach, nobody will ever do it. Like, when I ain't gonna lie, when I was playing, looking at Kareem's number, I was like, man.
Not a championship obsession, a scoreboard obsession. Shaq's read at LeBron isn't he wants one more ring for the family, it's he wants the all-time scoring record buried so deep nobody touches it for a generation.
4-point shot and a 5-point shot, and then you get a guy that's like Steph Curry who averages 50 points. So LeBron thinks like that. So if I was him, if I could play 2 more years and put all those records out of reach, I would. I definitely would. Because
and try to get a championship in the process.
Exactly, because when it's over, it's over.
Notice the order of operations. The record comes first. The championship gets tacked on after as almost an afterthought. And this rebrand isn't even new for Shaq. He's used the exact same euphemism about his own career.
All right, this is the last one. Let me go to Boston and play Ray Allen. A lot of people call it ring chasing. For me, it was a continuance chasing. I want to continue to get rings and continue to add to my legacy. So I'm not mad at LeBron. Whether he got 2 or 3 years left, if you can get more championships and more points, when it's all said and done, you're going to be one of the most talked about players in the world.
So the defense isn't really about LeBron at all.